What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Candid Cloud Convos, our first episode of the new year.
I was going to say, it's not our first episode. We are, of course, your hosts, Gina and Emilita, back at it again. Happy New Year's, guys. 2022.
We hope you guys had a safe and fun new year. We spent it together,
We did.
like always.
It was lovely.
It was so nice. Actually, oh no, just kidding. Sorry. I was gonna be like, oh, actually, like we were chilling by this fireplace, but we're not doing the visual, so I'm like, there's no point in saying that because they won't see it.
But if you have us on Instagram at Candid Cloud Convos _podcast, you like that?
I love it.
We did post a picture of us by the fire. Well, not of us, of our wine glasses by the fire. Very cozy vibes, aesthetic vibes. Check it out if you haven't already.
We were eating our Korean barbecue with some wine by the fire, chilling. Yep. It was
vibes.
It was a whole vibe.
Watching Zayn and Heath unfiltered because it's best to watch it when you're drinking.
Yeah. And I love that they have the visuals too.
Yes. I love watching the visuals more than listening.
Yeah.
But I will listen too.
I usually would listen to it first because you know how they come out on Mondays?
Yeah.
I'll listen to the audio first, like on my way to work or something, just so I put it in parts. And then once I finished it, then I go to the video, and then I watch it again. And I try to find the parts where like I liked it in the audio part, like their laugh or a joke or something.
Right.
And then it's
to see their reaction.
Again, see it, to see their faces.
But today's Tuesday. Where's the video?
That's a good question.
Zayn and Heath, Mariah,
slacking?
What is going on here? The new year got them bent too.
Matt the Rat.
Okay, guys. Okay, moving on from shouting out our favorite podcasts. Besides this one, I hope you guys had a great New Year's. Like Gina said, safe from everything out there, everything including illness and everything going on. Just be careful, be safe, be cautious, wash your damn hands, don't be dirty. Period. That's all I got to say about that.
Love that.
So
that's for all of 2022.
That was the wisdom of the week. No, so Gina came up, or how did you find these questions?
So I actually found it from a video. A guy was talking about it, and when he said it, it really made me think. It made me self-reflect. So when we were talking about coming up with something for our Chisme Chatter, I was like, oh my God, that'd be kind of cool. Like if we do like a self-reflection question.
She's trying to come for me, guys. After getting so deep in the last one, I'm like, she's coming for me already.
Right. So that's kind of why I was like, maybe we'll just do it for the Chisme Chatter, another kind of like thinker question, because we got so deep in that last one. By the way, if you haven't listened to our last episode about our recap of 2021, we go super deep into our lessons, and we self-reflected, I think, a lot in that episode.
Yeah.
So check it out if that's something you're into. I think it'll definitely get you thinking if you experience the same type of stuff that we do.
Right. Very much mental health.
Very oriented.
I was gonna say yeah. Esque. Mental health esque.
I like that ish.
Yeah, ish.
Okay, you ready for the thinker?
Here's the thinker.
All right, so ask yourself, what is your self-esteem built around?
No.
And then when you come up with that answer, and then when you have that, then the next question was like, okay, well, what should your self-esteem be built around for you to be your best self? And with that, Emilita found some dope little tips
so
that can help us.
We kind of touched on it a little bit about like our personal growing up, not really being such a confident kid, person, woman, etc. So I would say for me, my self-esteem has always been a little bit unstable. And I think that's the best word to use because it kind of comes in waves, like sometimes, especially if you're really passionate about something and you put a lot into something, then it can boost your self-esteem because you feel like you're doing a really good job,
you feel proud of yourself. Yeah,
exactly. But then I feel like also we live in a society where it's almost wrong to compliment yourself or to like be proud of yourself for doing certain things or being good at something. And so it's kind of like we're meant to like put ourselves in this little box and like not ever like sparkle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you shouldn't be like that. We have to change this tone.
Narrative.
It's gross.
Yeah, like, this narrative. You have to be almost, it's like they say it's almost like humble, but you can still be humble and confident.
Yeah.
And like there's a different, I mean, I guess it's like, you know, a good line between confident and cocky, but just because you're confident doesn't mean you're cocky at the same time.
No, I think you should be confident because there's only one of you in the whole entire world. Even if someone looks like you, thinks like you, says things that you do, they're not you at the end of the day. So you are unique to yourself.
And confidence makes such a huge difference. Like literally, I feel like in everything, in relationships, as in like, how do I put this? Like, if you're attracted to somebody, say someone's like not even the cutest person, but if they're confident and they're like just being 100% them, that's attractive. It's confident to be, it's attractive to themselves. Confidence, you know?
Yeah. Because they carry themselves a certain way.
If you go to a job interview and you're like, oh, well, I'm not the best at this, and no, I'm all right at that. Like, they're not gonna fucking want to hire you and be like, I'm really good at multitasking, I'm a quick learner, blah blah blah. Like, you say it confidently and they're like, she knows what she's talking about, I'm gonna bring her in. You know what I'm saying? It's
about her business. Exactly.
It's like you have to be confident but not too confident, and if you are, then it's like, nope, she's full of herself.
She thinks she's all that. Like, guys, the stigma is so last year, and we need to work on it. So we can work on our self-esteem. There's 5 ways to nourish your self-esteem. I love that word.
I like that word, nourish.
I do too. I think it's just such a beautiful word. I don't know why.
I like that.
The first one, which we do, but maybe we're not doing it correctly, which I thought was interesting. The first one is use positive affirmations correctly. And I thought that was interesting because it says positive affirmations such as I'm going to be a great success are extremely popular, but they have one critical problem. They tend to make people with low self-esteem feel worse about themselves.
Is it because it says going?
No. So, or I guess in a way, yes, but it says, ironically, positive affirmations do work for one subset of people, those whose self-esteem is already high. For affirmations to work when your self-esteem is lagging, tweak them to make them more believable. So I guess, for example, change I'm going to be a great success to I'm going to persevere until I succeed.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
So it's like changing it to where it's believable and you don't just think, you know, you go from one day thinking you're ugly and then the next day I am a goddess, I am beautiful, I am gorgeous, blah blah. You know, like I don't know. How could you change that? How would you change, like, I possess woman, the features.
I am sexy, I'm divine.
Period. Go off, sis. Go off. And she said what she said. But yeah, I guess just tweaking it to make it more believable and adaptable for you in that moment. And then the second one, identify your competencies and develop them. I don't know what that means.
Competencies? I don't know. I honestly don't even know what that means.
I don't know what that word is. I'm so sorry. Shout out to the public school system. Self-esteem is built by demonstrating real ability and achievement in areas of our lives that matter to us. If you pride yourself on being a good cook, throw more dinner parties. So I think that's what I was saying. Like, if you have a talent or you
use your strengths,
you are good at something, use your strengths and develop them.
Okay.
Exactly.
I like that.
The third one is learn how to accept compliments. And this is a huge one.
Yeah. That's a hard one.
One of the trickiest aspects of improving self-esteem. That's crazy that it's like noted.
Especially when it makes you like uncomfortable to receive a compliment.
Exactly. It says, so set yourself the goal to tolerate compliments when you receive them. And even if they make you uncomfortable, and they will, it says the best way to avoid reflexive reactions of battling away compliments is to prepare simple set responses and train yourself to use them automatically when you get good feedback.
Okay.
So example, thank you, or how kind of you to say.
I'd be like, stop hyping me up.
Right. I always am like, stop it right now. Do you want to make me cry?
Do you want my face to turn red? Because it will.
Right. Do you want me to just be like, boom, and disappear?
Yeah.
But we're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on it.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Maybe say thank you and compliment the person back,
Yeah.
so that you're not only getting positivity, but you're giving it back. But I also feel like some people think that that's fake. So just be careful in the way that you compliment someone.
That's crazy to me. It's so weird because it's like you want to be nice, but then it's like some people take it as being fake if you compliment them back. But does that mean that if you feel like me complimenting you back was fake, then was your compliment to me fake? Because
maybe,
you know what I'm saying? Like, why?
It could very well be. It's like a Mean Girl situation. Right. She's like, oh my God, I love your bracelet. Where'd you get it? Was it a bracelet or a skirt?
I don't even remember anymore.
I think it was a bracelet. Girl, don't call me, but I think it was a bracelet.
Her name was Regina, so I think I would fucking know.
So you would know.
Yeah. Even though I don't.
And has a G as a last name too.
Oh, yeah, I could Regina definitely G be wrong though.
Also, if you guys didn't know, Gina's real name is Regina.
Huh? Oh yeah. I don't go by her. No, it's funny. I because I go by so many different ones, right. But now I pretty much introduce myself as Gina. Mm-hmm. My dad hates it.
Really?
Yeah, he don't like Gina. He don't like the name Gina.
You don't like Gina? I like Gina.
Because he says, okay, he says back then, I don't know what it was, if it was a show or something, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But there was a thing that people would say, and they would say Gina la cochina. So he said they would always like so it stuck with him. So when he hears the name Gina, he thinks of some nasty girl out there like doing whatever. So when I started getting so when I started saying like, oh yeah, people call me Gina, or I introduced myself as Gina, he's like, no,
absolutely not. I've heard all I need to hear. Absolutely not. Immediately no. You're done. I'm fucking dead. Well, definitely not that type of Gina. You are the good type.
Right. Thank you so much.
I mean, you a bad bitch, but you a good you a good Gina, but you a bad bitch. Okay. Number 4, eliminate self-criticism and introduce self-compassion. And if you guys have us on Twitter, I tweeted about this. Oh, I just exposed myself. Thought it was me. I tweeted about this earlier from the Nena Twitter account about like if you needed the sign to be better, or let me just get the fucking tweaks. I don't remember. It was in the moment. It was very inspirational.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
You seen it? Thank you so much.
Yeah, I was gonna heart it. I don't think I did though.
Oh wow, that's fucking fake as hell.
I know. I'm about to go back and do it right now.
But I didn't like it. But I like it because I'm gonna tell you right now. So it was this is your daily reminder to stop being so hard on yourself. You're doing the best you can, and that's more than enough. And I feel like you should be more compassionate to yourself. Oh, now you're gonna retweet it. Okay. Boom. You asshole. Anyways,
it was really nice though. I loved it.
Thank you so much. So it says doing so will avoid self-damaging your self-esteem further with critical thoughts and help build it up instead. The last one is affirm your real worth.
I like that one.
And that says, hold on. Okay, so there's an example. Make a list of qualities you have that are meaningful in that specific context. For example, if you got rejected by your date, list qualities that make you a good relationship prospect. For example, being loyal or emotionally available. Mm-hmm. If you failed to get a work promotion, list qualities that make you a valuable employee. Then choose one of these items on your list and write a brief essay. Baby, we are not back in school. A brief essay, 1 to 2 paragraphs, about why the quality is valuable and likely to be appreciated by other people in the future. Hype yourself up. Just do it in the mirror. You don't have to write a whole essay. Don't do that. Don't fucking do
I really like that one though.
It says the bottom line is improving self-esteem requires a bit of work as it involves developing and maintaining healthier emotional habits, but doing so, and especially doing so correctly, will provide a great emotional and psychological return on your investment, which is you. And I added that.
I like that investment because it's true. You really got to invest a lot of time and effort to like see the results.
I like that word.
Yeah, the guy pretty much said, I feel like it's that exact one, that last one, because he was like, his self-esteem used to be built around, or when he thought about it, it was built around like the fact that he was smart. He's like, I want to be smart, I want to be quick, and let's say efficient. I don't think that was the last one he said, but let's say it was that.
Right.
That's what his self-esteem, he was built around. He's like, I know I'm smart, I know I'm quick, and I know that I'm efficient. But he's like, but then when he would get around someone that was smarter, more efficient, and quicker, his self-esteem would take a hit, because he's like, okay, well, they're better than me, right? So he's like,
it brought up insecurities.
Exactly. It made it, instead of it helping his self-esteem, it like hindered it. So he was like, how do I build my self-esteem differently to where that's not a problem anymore? He goes, because I'm gonna be around people always that are smarter than me or whatever.
Yeah.
And he said that he changed it to where his self-esteem was learning. So instead of like, oh, that's what it was always being right. That was one of the ones he said. His self-esteem was that he was like, he would always be right, he was smart and all this stuff. He goes, so he switched it to learning, which like hand in hand kind of made sure that if he was wrong, he was okay with it.
Right.
Instead of it being a problem, he's like, okay, I'm wrong, I learned something from this.
Right. Okay.
And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Like, just take everything as a learning thing, and then that's not going to be as,
it's not a loss, because you learned something.
Thank you.
Yeah,
exactly.
That makes sense. And I feel like that's the better way to go about your life, because otherwise you're just going to keep getting disappointed, or just like hitting that wall every time and not getting anywhere, or just being like, oh, well, I'm going to only surround myself with people who are less smart than me. But what are you going to learn from them?
Because how are you going to grow
stand
from
out?
That?
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't make sense,
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was really cool.
I think that was really cool. Please, everybody, reflect, use these tips and tricks. Let us know what your tips and tricks are, because obviously we're learning and growing, and hopefully we'll have better answers at the end of the year. Maybe we'll be like, yeah, we figured it out, and here's how, But
that's why we didn't answer our own personal answers, because we don't know yet. We're still trying to come up with our own.
We don't have it figured out. And that's why we need everybody to learn and grow together. So let us know your tips and tricks. Now let's get into the real topic, or I don't even know, segment topic.
I was thinking, cause like, how for
it adds character.
No, it doesn't. I've been seeing hella, like, since Christmas and New Year's, I've been seeing hella proposals on Instagram, on TikTok, like everywhere. I see hella, so many proposals, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. But with proposals, I mean,
God bless them.
There's going to be lots of weddings. And what comes with weddings? Bridezillas. I mean, not all, but it can happen.
I mean, with that much money being involved, with a lot of emotions being charged, and a lot of family coming together that probably doesn't normally come together,
right?
It's probably a very stressful time.
I can only imagine.
I've never been married.
Right.
Yeah, I've never been married.
Neither of us have planned a wedding, but
no,
some of these things are crazy.
We definitely plan to get married, but we will never be these types of bridezillas, because
I just couldn't even imagine.
Ridiculous. Like, my family would disown my ass if I was ever like, you need to do some of these things that these brides are doing.
I know, my family would literally be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like, I'm not going. It's as easy as that. I'm not going. But yeah, I don't really want a bridal party, to be honest.
I don't got enough friends for a bridal party.
No. I just need you by my side. Hold my hand. That's it.
I'm also
so if I turn around, you have a bag, so I can be like, I'm kidding. Honestly, I'm not nervous to get married at all, like, in the slightest. The only thing I'm nervous about is something going wrong on the day, like the actual planning of the wedding, not like our love or anything. The marriage, like that, you know what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
Do you want to go first? I'll go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so do we tell them? There's stories of bridezillas.
Oh yes, we're gonna read bridezilla stories. If it wasn't implied, we're gonna read some bridezilla stories.
Did you ever watch the show? I'm so sorry.
I don't think I actually watched. No, I don't think I watched the show. I want to say I did, but not enough for me to really remember.
I loved that show, bro. I loved it.
I see. If I had I really tripped off it, I think I would have, because I loved Say Yes to the Dress. I loved Four Weddings. Oh my god, I loved Four Weddings.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was a good one. Me and my mom used to watch those ones.
So nostalgic.
What I hated about those shows though was that they would have what I hated about those shows is that they would have like a girl with a budget of like, let's say 100K, and then a girl with a budget of 5,000. And I'm like,
right.
Now, is that really fair though? Like at the end of the day, are you really going to judge someone that had like 4 or 5 times the amount of money?
Yeah.
I feel like they should have done those big budget ones all together. Like get a bunch of those girls that had a higher budget.
Right.
And then they compare each other's weddings, you know?
Yeah. And to your point, why the hell are they with $100,000 budget and they're over here competing for their honeymoon?
No honeymoon. I know.
I'm confused. Like you're competing for your honeymoon when your wedding could have been a simple, very nice wedding, and you could have simplified a lot of things. 100K on your freaking trip.
On a trip and for probably a down payment for a house.
Period. Have you ever remember that show where it was like Mortgage or Marriage, where they either used their whole life savings for their dream wedding or for the down payment on their dream house? And
I just don't even see how that makes sense.
That's not a question.
I'm getting my house.
I'm getting my house. My house.
Let me say that again. I'm getting my house.
I'm getting my house with a 12-foot cement fence around the entire thing.
Period. Ain't nobody getting in.
No, I will be Rapunzel locked up in that castle very, very
Let
humbly.
down your hair.
Pascal. It'll be Rex.
Rex will be one of the guard dogs.
Period.
I can already see him barking.
But anyways, Bridezillas.
Okay, so first story. My sister is getting married next year. She's been 100% a bridezilla. Her wedding is probably going to be $100,000, and her engagement ring was $25K.
Oh no.
My long-term girlfriend and I quietly got married last week. We eloped and had a friend marry us. We've been together 3 years, and my older sister and her fiance have been together 7 years. My now wife is 100% different from my sister. She doesn't care about the big weddings, the ring, none of that. It was real low key. We told everyone over the week what happened, and it just felt right for us. My sister is now pissed. She's already been planning her wedding for a year, and her actual wedding is not until June of 2022. She said I had destroyed her wedding by getting married first. I said my wife and I talked off and on about getting married. We decided we didn't want to fuss, and it's probably better to tell everyone after the fact. It's going to be easier for us to get a house and for her to get on my health insurance and things like that. Plus, we're madly in love with each other. But my sister won't listen. She now refuses to spend Christmas around us, and she also disinvited us to the wedding. I was a groomsman, and my girlfriend was a bridesmaid. Well, his now wife was a bridesmaid.
Are you freaking serious?
I just don't understand why she's upset about them getting married when they didn't even have a wedding.
Right.
So why is it a problem that they're now married if it doesn't take away from your wedding?
Exactly. Your wedding is in like 6 months from now. You'll have your time. Like, chill.
Right.
It's so stupid.
That's, like, how can you
so
be
entitled for what?
Like, exactly. Like, it's like, okay, you're gonna have that one day where, you know, that's your day.
Right.
It's not but your day is 6 months from now. It's not your day yet. So I don't know why she's so fucking pissed.
Right. And you still have to go through all the planning. Like, there's still going to be so much focus on you if that's what
I'm sure you have a lot to do still.
Yeah. Like, if she's worried about like someone stealing her shine or like stealing her thunder or whatever, like, baby girl, like, you have so much more planning to do. I'm sure you're going to do like a bachelorette party, a bridal shower, like all of these things that your sister didn't, or your brother?
I think brother.
Oh, that your sibling did not get to experience or do because they just decided to elope, right?
Yeah.
So why are you tripping? Like, their day's over, done and over, gone. They're gonna focus on their marriage now
from the wedding.
Oh my god, bro. I'd be like, fine.
So she was tripping off her wedding, the fact that they took away from her wedding, but now she's taking away someone from her bridal party and someone from the groomsmen.
Right.
Like, how is that helping your wedding now?
Yeah, I just feel like at that point, I'd be like, if you're so pressed and like this whole wedding scenario is gonna be the deciding factor in our relationship, then
Bye,
that's on you, not me.
girl. Bye.
Yeah, I don't have time for that negativity.
No. So you're not even happy that me and my girlfriend are married now? Like you're not happy for us
Right.
the same way I'm happy for you?
That you're getting married and having
Right.
a whole ass fiasco.
Right.
That's the negativity we don't need in 2022. So just, I think just,
Honey.
honey, that's a no for me, dog.
It's a hard no.
Okay, so this one says it's kind of a will I be the asshole, but it's Bridezilla edition.
Okay.
So it says,
Oh, will she be the asshole?
yeah,
So she's asking. Okay.
yeah, she's
Ooh,
asking,
okay.
will I be the asshole for not going to my sister's wedding because of her ridiculous requirements? And they already deemed her not the a-hole
Okay.
by 15.9K votes.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So I'm in the middle of a shitstorm and need some advice on if I'm wrong. My sister is getting married in less than 3 weeks. I haven't been involved in the planning as I have my own life, but from what my mom has relayed to me, it has been a nightmare. My sister wants a fancy wedding and is micromanaging everything. I have no idea how normal this is, but from what I've heard, she broke down crying when her fiance bought the wrong shade of white napkins.
Oh my
Her,
god.
yeah, her and both
This is eggshell.
I know, she's like, God damn it, this is cream. This is off white.
I can't wipe my mouth with this.
Oh my
Dirty
God.
ass
Just be
napkins.
happy they're all the same color. Like, who gives
Jesus
a
Christ.
shit? Her and both my and the groom's parents, so her parents and the groom's parents,
Okay.
have invested a lot of money into this, over $50,000. In my opinion, I think the whole ordeal is ridiculous, but it's really not my place to say anything, at least until yesterday. An email was, wait, where'd it go? Sorry, I had to screenshot it and then go to the next one. Oh, an email was sent out to everyone invited to the wedding with attendant requirements.
What?
Requirements for people attending the wedding.
Oh, okay. This is like as in what they can show up with or something, or how
I
they
guess
show
so,
up.
yeah.
Okay.
These requirements were a joke. Some of them were just nonsensical. I don't know what the fuck that means. Like what color ties are and aren't allowed, or that no one can talk to the wife or groom alone.
What?
I don't know. But
You
some
trying to
were
control my
absurd.
mouth now?
I know, but some were absurd, like the fact that no one is supposed to take pictures except the photographer for the whole event. No facial hair will be allowed, or you will not be pictured, or that any woman with the shoulder length or longer hair must have it cut or wear it in a ponytail. These, what the fuck? The worst, though, were the gift requirements.
Oh, girl, no.
Let's get into it.
This is already too much.
Yeah. I've heard all I need to hear.
Like, if you have braces, you can't come. If you're wearing extensions, you're not getting in.
You better put it in a ponytail.
If your lashes are too wispy, you're going home. Girl,
if you're
bye.
wearing the same lipstick as me, we're fighting.
If it's within 3 shades in the same color, you cannot come in.
Of the same tone of nude, get the fuck out. I'm fucking dead. So here are the gift requirements, bitch.
Okay, let's hear
I've heard all I needed to hear. You are not the asshole, but let's keep it going. According to the email, a gift of $300 value or more must be given, or 250 cash would be accepted, or you will not be allowed into the venue. The email also ends with,
are they price scanning these gifts or what? What the? Girl, I'm gonna buy you something from Ross and tell you it was $255.
A fucking pen.
Yeah.
Okay, the email ends with, in quotes, those who choose not to follow these rules will be asked to leave. Please think of the bride and groom's wishes during this stressful time. End quote.
I respond being like, have fun spending over $50,000 when no one shows up to your fucking wedding because of all these requirements that you're putting on.
Exactly.
Like, what?
Why do you need a $300 gift when you already have a over $50,000 wedding?
Right. You and your family have the money.
I'm confused.
Clearly.
And it's the parents that are paying for it.
So what? So pretty much she just wants and expects everyone to pay for her
luxuries.
I pay everything for her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not only she doesn't seem to be hiding that fact. Yeah. She's very open about it.
I'd be very happy not to show up to that wedding.
Oh yeah.
I don't have time.
Oh yeah. I'll go do something for cheaper.
Right. I'll go buy myself a $300 gift. The fuck? I would never even spend $300 on myself.
If I'm gonna spend $300, it's gonna be on something like an activity, like something I've never done before,
right?
Or like something that create a memory rather than just,
or like a lot of things. Like if you had to redo your whole wardrobe, like you wanted a whole like whatever, like brand new closet, whatever your style changes, you want to switch it up. Cool, treat yourself.
Oh, okay. This one is more. It's bridezilla kind of, but it's more just the audacity that really got me about this one.
The audacity for you?
It's the audacity for me. So these are text messages.
Bitch, that could be the title of this episode.
It's the audacity for me.
Yeah, I love it.
I like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna put
these are text messages. This is a conversation.
Okay.
So the girl says, "Hey, I'm the girl that just asked for your number on Instagram about my godmom's wedding." The girl replies, "Okay, good morning. What did she want me to make again?" This is her response. This is a lengthy one.
Okay.
But these are bullet points of what the godmom wants for the wedding.
The criteria. Okay.
Yeah. She wants a breakfast brunch cart with omelet station with shrimps, crab meat, swordfish, and regular bacon turkey sausage. Basically every breakfast meat. Wing station, all flavors you can think of. A waffle station, that stuffed salmon dish that's on your Instagram. Make that for only 50 people. Fresh fruit, shrimp and grits, mac and cheese, fresh cooked veggies, string beans, broccoli, carrots, collard greens, and 200 cupcakes, all your signature flavors. The girl responds, "What's the date of the wedding?" She said the date, and then she goes 175 to 200 people. She needs an estimated price. The girl responds and says $5,000. That's $28 a person. Her menu is pretty expensive, but $28 a person most definitely will get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl responds, $5,000 ...
Yes.
The girl said, "Yes, I'm purchasing all the food and making it, correct?" And she goes, "Yeah, LOL, but why that much? You're an Instagram caterer. It's not like you have your own legit restaurant, LOL."
Oh, baby, she's coming for the neck.
She said, "What does that have to do with me purchasing all the food products for 200 people and making it?"
Right.
She goes, "I'm pretty sure you have a good plug. LOL, every good caterer does." She said $2,100. Take the opportunity or leave it. Her exact words. The girl responds, "Tell love I'm good. Enjoy."
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Have a great wedding. Right? I hope you have a fucking nice charcuterie board, and that's about it, because that's all you're going to be able to afford.
Grits, crab
swordfish,
a bar cart, a waffle station, like, and you wanted to pay for 175 to 200 people. What?
Nobody's going to eat that much food, first of all. And also, is she going to have to set up all of this stuff? Like, you're not even thinking about the time she has to put into all of this.
And I bet with all that food, she still wouldn't let the caterers or like the waiters eat their own food. Yeah. She's probably like, "No, these are only for the guests. Even if there's leftovers, you cannot eat them." I bet you she's one of those people.
Did you hear about the photographer who, I guess, asked if they could take a break during the wedding?
Yes.
Yeah. So
they were friends, right?
I don't know if they were friends. I don't know. But the one that I heard, they could be. I don't know. But it could be another story. But they were just saying how, like, the photographer asked to take a 15-minute break, and also asked if they could have some food like that they were serving at the wedding, which I would feel like absolutely, like,
that's a normal.
Like, you would have been served a plate. You wouldn't have to think about or ask about food when you're sitting there for 8+ hours filming a wedding.
you're most likely they're there for the getting ready part,
like
for the
behind the
bridesmaids,
scenes. Yeah.
all the behind the scenes, then the wedding itself, then the reception. Like that's an all day thing.
Yes.
And you're gonna expect someone to not be able to take breaks or eat.
Like that's insane.
Yeah.
The entitlement for me.
I think that's hella rude.
Audacity for me. Like, what
how are you gonna
hell?
tell somebody they can't eat? Or like bring someone on and be like, but well, while you're here, you can't eat, or you got to bring your own food when I have food there.
Yeah. So I guess supposedly the photographer ended up deleting all the pictures and all the footage from the wedding because
and they weren't paying them, I think, like not that good.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the wife,
good for that person,
the bride got so mad and she like did this whole thing. I think she was trying to sue the person.
I think, okay. Also though, I think for sure, like as a photographer, he should have kind of like made that, unless they were like it was the one where they're friends, so maybe he just like assumed. But like you should ask like, hey, so you know, by what are good times for me to be able to take my breaks?
Yeah.
What are good times that, you know, I can take my lunch?
Right.
Or
like
is
having
lunch provided? Should I be bringing this? Having it like know it ahead of time, but also it's just rude of them not to offer that. It's rude of them not to offer food or water or breaks
all day long on your feet.
All day. Like what? If you're tired all day after doing all this stuff, you can't imagine the photographer who's running around to all different places, getting all these different angles and different people and different reactions all at the same time,
capturing your special moment.
Yeah. And then not even just taking the pictures, he's gonna have to go and edit all of them afterwards.
And send them to you, format them. All of that.
Like no.
Nah, boo. And some of them even make like collage videos or like make a whole thing, or sometimes, you know, they'll do like a book or whatever. So it's a lot of work that goes into it. So much. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people, dude.
People are crazy. And it's like, if they don't want to spend the money, then don't. Then like don't spend the money on it. Then like get what you pay for. Don't try to skim people off from their business. And I hate that she said, like, she was like, you're just an Instagram caterer. Like, you don't even have your own restaurant. But if you think I'm just an Instagram caterer, why the fuck did you contact me? Why did you reach out to me? Like, why are you gonna throw that in my face?
It's stupid.
Yeah, why would you throw that in my face as if you didn't reach out to me?
It wasn't even her wedding.
No, it was her godmom's.
Right.
I would have cut it off right there. Yeah, I would have cut it off right there and be like, okay, well, then go ahead and find yourself like a caterer from a legit restaurant if that's what you want. Clearly, I'm not what you're looking for.
Right. Yeah. And you know what would have been even more funny if, let's say, she did go out and like resource
and find out
a restaurant and like go and get their pricing, and then she comes back and she's like, okay, so after further review, like, bitch, no, I am not taking your fucking money now or your business. None of it. You're blocked. You're done.
Completely done. I'm over you.
You're done. So this one's a short one. The next two ones I have are kind of short. This one says, the bride's father had a heart attack during her wedding, and as he was leaving on a stretcher, she yelled, "How could you ruin my wedding like this?"
To the father who's on a stretcher with his heart. Oh,
yep.
You're lying.
The audacity for me.
And it was her father-in-law?
No, that was her father.
Oh, her father.
That was her father.
She's like, he always takes the spotlight from me.
Having a heart attack. How could he? Like, what?
If I was the groom, I'd literally be like, did you really just say that? Like,
I can't.
Yeah, and be like, I think we need to rethink this, because like your own father, he needs to go to the hospital. He might not. I mean, he's critical.
He probably paid for the wedding.
Probably all that money. No wonder he had a heart attack.
Right. Shit. That could never be me.
And obviously she must be like spoiled, just entitled, because who says that?
Right.
Like, who the fuck says that?
How could you? Like, what?
I could not imagine being around a human being like that.
It's his heart attack is absolutely a personal attack on you and your wedding. 1000%.
He planned it.
Right.
He ate 20 cheeseburgers.
Clog my heart right now. Yeah.
Right.
I'm dead.
Okay. This one is a little bit, it's not long, but a little bit long.
Okay.
But it's a best friend one.
Okay.
My ex best friend asked me to be her maid of honor, and I was so excited to go dress shopping with her. She found some bridesmaids' dresses that she liked, and she said she would get everyone's sizes and go purchase the dresses. Cool, right? Sounds good. Good. Cool.
Accommodable.
Well, she never asked me my size, but she did call me a week later to tell me that she already bought the dresses and the shoes and that I owed her $250. When I told her that my dress and shoes were too small, she said that, quote, I have time to lose weight before the wedding.
Oh.
And I wouldn't be wearing the shoes very long anyway. Then there was an update.
Oh, I love an update.
She said, yeah, me too. She goes, oh, and the whole time I had been trying to get her to set a date for her bridal shower so that I could plan it. She said she would let me know and never did. Well, 2 weeks after the dress situation, I ran into her aunt at the grocery store. She asked me why I didn't show up to the bridal shower the previous day and told me that the bride was extremely hurt that I didn't have the decency to let her know. I called and left messages for a week straight with no answer or return phone calls until a few weeks later when she called me late at night to tell me that the rehearsal dinner was the next day. She's like,
what the hell?
She goes, seriously, I declined. Then she showed up at my door after her wedding, her husband waiting in the car on their way to the airport for their honeymoon to ask me for the money for my dress and shoes.
You're lying.
That was her update.
You have to be lying.
I hope she is. I really hope she is. Because what? There were so many red flags.
Right. So many signals.
One
girl, I would not have answered. She came to her house. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, girl.
On the way to her honeymoon after getting married.
She said, I need this extra money for my honeymoon.
She said, I need to have this drink money. Like, what? What?
This drink money?
Are you eating a burger?
It's burgers.
We're eating burgers too.
Shut the fuck up.
I swear to God.
Dude, he came home and he goes, fuck, burgers sound hella good right now. And then, but we didn't have the stuff for it. So he had went out. I don't know if this is going in, but so they went out to go get the stuff. That's hella funny. Yeah, he was craving burgers.
Dude, yeah, Chef had to go earlier too because I actually didn't take the hamburger out of the freezer to defrost it. Yeah. So he had to go to the store to just get like lettuce and tomato and stuff anyway. So he ended up picking up some Wagyu beef. Oh, we're gonna be fancy. We're gonna be fancy.
Wait, Wagyu, that shit's like $200 something. He bought that for some burger meat?
Girl, no, it wasn't. It was not.
Wait, what?
I'll tell you where.
Where?
It was at grocery outlet.
What?
He said his whole total was like $9. So I don't know.
Girl, you gotta tell me how the burgers are. You gotta tell me. I want to know.
I will report back next week, guys.
Please do.
Also, I'm so sorry to the vegans and vegetarians. So just skip over this.
Yeah.
Moving on.
So, and also, if this is going in, don't mind spirits whining in the back. My girl dog Sage is in heat, so he's having a very, very troublesome time.
Right.
Understanding the fact that
he's going through it.
He's going through it.
Right.
And as are we now, because we're gonna have to hear it in this podcast.
Right.
But that was crazy, right?
Adds character. Like I said. Adds character. Once you guys meet him, you'll love him just as much as we do. But like in the meantime, just try and deal with it.
Away from my burgers.
Just try and tune it out like we do, if you can. I'll do my best.
It's real hard. I'm telling. I live with it, and I can't tune it out all the time, and I'm just
because it's literally like a whistle. It's not even like a whine. It's like a whistle.
It's like a bird.
Yeah, like a whistle.
Like a bird. Ooh, okay. Go with yours. Please say yours
that you love him.
I
just told you about the heart attack.
Oh shit, you're right. It's me, huh?
Yeah,
it's my turn. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. Let's see. Is this our last one?
Yeah, it's my last
one. Okay. So last one. I was maid of honor in my friend's wedding, and she originally wanted to have the wedding on the same day as my brother's wedding. So I politely told her that as much as I loved her, I could not be there. Well, she called me a few weeks later and said, since I couldn't have my wedding when I wanted to because of you, I decided to have it on your birthday. Happy birthday. Tell me you're petty without telling me you're petty.
I know. I was just going to say level of pettiness, unmatched.
Unmatched. She said happy birthday.
That's fucked.
And it's like, no one said that you couldn't have your wedding on that day. I
Right.
said I can't make your wedding because my brother's getting married that day.
Right.
So I didn't tell you to reschedule your whole ass wedding. That was your decision.
You should have
You're
just
basing it around me
sent me
now.
some pictures, you know?
Right. And
A
like she
little
said, she goes,
recap.
she didn't say it mean. She's like, I love you, but my brother's getting married that day, so I can't do it.
Right.
Just
She's
that
like,
timing.
blood is thicker than water, sis.
And it's like, if it was that important for her to be your maid of honor and be at your wedding, that you changed your date,
right?
Why are you throwing it in her face when you're the one to make that decision?
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's your wedding. Like,
exactly.
Deal with her not being there for very
I'd be like,
important reasons.
I'd be like, okay, well, I also can't make that day because it's my birthday and I'm gonna be on a vacation to fucking Puerto Rico. I don't know.
Right. Period.
So
Manifest
I also can't make that day either. Sorry to tell you.
Sorry to say. Okay, I have one last one too, and it's about a friend too, actually.
Okay.
I was a bridesmaid for a high school friend. At the time, I had bleached my hair blonde and it didn't turn out well.
Aww.
Before the wedding, I had it changed back to my original color, the color I've had all my life, except for the awful month or so of bleach.
Okay.
I showed up for the wedding ceremony and the bride had an epic meltdown because now all of her bridesmaids wouldn't be blonde. Apparently, I wasn't asked to be a bridesmaid because she wanted me, just my blonde hair.
You're lying. Her bleached, not the bleach blonde that didn't come out right. That's who she wanted in.
I guess so.
What?
So she was basically canceled because she went back to her original hair color.
So they took her out of the bridal party?
The bride had an epic meltdown.
Holy
it was
shit.
one for the books.
I could not even imagine sitting there listening or watching someone have a meltdown over hair color.
No.
Over my hair color.
Right. I'd literally be like, if you guys could see our faces right now, we made the same exact face. But like, just like taken aback, like, who are you?
Yeah, I think at some point I'd literally just start laughing and be like, either this is not real and you're messing with me,
we're in a simulation.
But if this is real, I'm leaving. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and listen to you bitch about my fucking hair color.
I'd be like, and you mad because I look like a badass bitch with my brunette ass hair? Get the fuck out of my face.
Right. If you're that upset, have your photographer edit my hair blonde if it's that fucking important to you. But I'm not dyeing my hair back.
Or you should have made sure we all had blonde wigs or something. I don't know what to tell you. Right.
And she never even mentioned it. One, even if she did, truthfully, like if you're like, everyone has to have blonde hair, that's already like, girl, bye. But two, you never mentioned anything about hair color. So now why are you having a whole meltdown when she decided to do something with her hair that you never even talked with her about in the first place?
And why does it matter? Like, your pictures need to be that like identical on both sides, and like,
so pretty much you just want all blonde hair, blue-eyed,
whatever
white-skinned people in your pictures,
right?
Is that what it is?
I'm calling racist.
I'm sensing some underlying racism going on over there.
Yeah, it's definitely the audacity for me.
Right. That's a different kind of audacity. That's crazy.
That's a different breed.
All these whole different breed.
These bridezillas is different breeds, bro. I don't know where you cross that fine line of being a bride to a bridezilla and thinking you have all that entitlement and like audacity.
Right.
But like, you need to pull the stick out your ass, because it's
pull it back.
Cute. It's not cute. Nobody's gonna respect you when you treat people like that. They shouldn't have to.
At that point, they're probably not even gonna be as happy for you to be there because you're acting like a bitch.
And when I think about my wedding, I want it to be like fun for everyone. Like, I want people to come back and be like, oh my God, 5 years later, like, your wedding was so fun. Like, I remember all these pictures, whatever. I want it to be fun for everyone, not just for me and him, you know?
Exactly. Fun, and that people could feel the love within the fucking everybody in that place.
Atmosphere. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. That atmosphere. It was filled with love. It was filled with fun. It was filled with joy.
Right.
Because at that point, we know what that is.
Right.
But
because it's nothing other than celebrating your relationship and your love and like moving to the next step. Yeah. So like, why do you make it so much about all the little details that don't fucking matter? It's so stupid. But I guess that's why the divorce rate is so high in America.
True. It's like they're looking more forward to the wedding than actually the marriage.
Yeah. And if you think that way, you have it all wrong.
Yeah.
Ass backwards. Immediately no.
A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, I don't want to say a lot of people, but just a few people that I follow on Instagram, like I noticed, like, you know, Bree and Nas did the same thing too. Like they just got married.
They eloped.
They eloped, yeah. They eloped and just got married real quick and then had parties afterwards.
Right.
And I love that. Genuinely, I really love that. I think, honestly, I think whatever people's decision is for their wedding is, as long as it works for them, like it's cool. Yeah, like I respect it. But I just can't respect being that much of a bitch to whoever it is, like a bridezilla.
Right.
Like if you're known as a bridezilla
to your family.
Like
the closest people to you, because you're not going to invite anybody that you don't talk to your wedding, or you shouldn't.
And then the bridal party,
don't feel like obligated.
And groomsmen, I'm like, those, didn't you choose those people because they're your close friends and your family or whatever? Like you chose to have those people there, and then you're gonna treat them like shit.
Yeah. But some people literally do it just for like the outcome of the pictures or like whatever. And I think that's so stupid because you're not celebrating anything that's like personal to you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I can't even imagine
like, just
being
picking
that
random.
Like
controlling.
Yeah, over pictures. Like that means already are you basing your relationships off of what just the people look like? I'm just confused. Like how does that work?
Because for me, when I think about like my wedding, like honestly, I just want my maid of honor, which obviously is going to be you. This is me asking you right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Bitch, I don't know you.
Obviously, I know we've known for years, but like obviously it's going to be you. But me personally, I don't even care about the dress. Like if we have a certain color scheme, I may say, hey girl, like let's look for a color in this shade or whatever. Yeah. But I want you to feel good about whatever you're wearing because I want you to feel good about the event too.
Yes. You know? Dude, that's another thing. That's such a good point. Like some brides are like, no, everyone has to wear either the same dress so no one looks better than anyone else, or I have to pick the dress because I don't want you to upstage me. And it's like,
it's so stupid.
What? Like
I want you to be comfortable and feel good. I want you to feel beautiful
bad about yourself. Like I want you to feel like I'm the baddest bitch walking down this aisle right now. My girl is being the baddest bride walking down this aisle.
Like, exactly.
Everyone knows already. It's already known that day is for you and your husband for your marriage.
Right.
That's known. That's not going to change because a badass freaking bridesmaid walks down the aisle. You should Don't you kind of take pride when people are like, "Damn, like your friend's bad."
I'm
like, yeah, my girl's bad as fuck.
Like you should want to feel that way for your friends.
Right.
And we're gonna get into this in
the friendship one,
friendship, because
I need to bring myself back then. I need to reel myself in.
Yes, that is so huge, but it has to do with bridezillas because a lot of the times, you know, I don't know, people with their best friends.
People are weird, man. People are fucking weird.
Yeah, can't relate.
No,
fucking weirdos. I mean, not saying we're normal because what's normal, but like we don't treat people like that.
Bringing bridezilla is fucking weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not.
It's not cute. Don't do it.
I'm not sorry. I don't know why I said that.
And circling back to self-esteem, I have the wisdom of the week for us this week.
What is the wisdom of the week?
We should come up with the little. I know we should come up with the little like
jingle
theme song.
A little jingle jingle.
Little jingle jangle. Okay, so the wisdom of the week is also a question. So do some more self-reflection, guys.
Love it.
If the voice in your head was a person, would you be friends with it? And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm cussing that bitch out. We're not friends at all. We're not even acquaintances.
She hates me.
She hates my guts. She don't like me, not in the slightest.
Yo, she really be she be trying to bring me down.
Right.
I'm gonna be quite honest, but it's weird. Maybe she's a little confused.
Yeah.
Because she wants to be happy, yet all she wants to do is say negative things.
Right.
That's where we butt heads.
But I think
that's where we butt heads.
It's interesting thinking about it that way, because then it kind of puts into perspective. You wouldn't keep around a person that was saying all that shit to you.
Exactly right.
You know?
But when it's yourself, you don't notice it as much.
You're like, oh, I'm just backstabbing myself. Like I'm fine. I'm
like,
good.
Damn, I'm two-faced.
Right. Like, oh, what? But just to yourself, which is crazy. And it's just, I think the more that we talk about it and find these little like self-reflection quotes or like little things that really stick for us, I think it's only going to make us grow and evolve more, you know?
Yeah, I like it. Like we have to self-reflect to be able to realize what we need to work on, you know?
Right. I think being self-aware is one of the best qualities to have, because if you can't call yourself out on your shit or like recognize that there's a problem within yourself, then that's a problem and you need to work on it.
It's a problem.
That's your
it's
sign.
One of the 99 problems.
But a bridezilla ain't one.
But a bridezilla ain't one. I like that. It was good.
Thank you so much for listening again this week, guys. We love you so fucking much.
Can't wait to hear. I can't even say like hear back from you guys because we don't. But
because it's crickets out here.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for tuning in.
But the platform is there if you'd like it to be, you know. I do put the questions there on Spotify. Also, speaking of Spotify, rate this motherfucking podcast on Spotify, iTunes, yes. Apple Podcasts. I mean, not iTunes, Apple Podcasts. It helps us out a lot, guys. Please, please, please rate the podcast. You don't have to write anything. You just put 5 stars because you know we're quality 5 stars. You already know.
And if you're not sure yet, just go listen to our other podcasts and then, you know, do with that what you will.
We do have 15 other episodes.
But we do have exciting. Yes, we do. And we have exciting ones coming up next. We have a very exciting one next week.
Special guest coming on.
Really exciting. So stay tuned.
We will talk to you guys again next week.
Bye.
Bye.